What's up, guys? Welcome back to WCS America. Currently in the losers match, trying to decide who's going to move on to the last match of the evening and who's going to be out of WCS America. So far, we got Hellokitty up 1-0 in a game where he lost a ridiculous amount in the beginning and then just said, yeah, I'm going to make Tempests.
Tempests are very good against Doors, apparently. That's something we found out. You know what's cool? He really he started something well, so a lot of the time the Thors and Vikings weren't attacking. They were trying to close the distance. And that's why he would go out to meet the army, and then he'd fight his way backwards across the map. So really clever use of the Tempest in that case there. A nice utilization of them.
Yeah. So how do you think he changes his strategy if he recognizes that his opponent is adding in those ravens, right?
Maybe he doesn't, and he just tries to like run away from the point defense drones. Okay. You know, because if he forces them out far out in the field, then of course.
Oh yeah, then he can just run away and the ravens run out of energy.
Hopefully he can do something like that.
All right, these guys very friendly to each other. We can see little smiley faces in the chat. Bottom left-hand location, I present to you your red Protoss player. And for a lot of Tempest in the last game, he's up 1-0 in this best of 3. He is Hellokitty, representing Fnatic Academy. His opponent in the top right of Cloud Kingdom. Your blue Terran player needs to win 2 in a row here to prevent from being eliminated from WCS America. Hailing from Mexico and representing Chaos Latin Gamers, he is Maker. Will Hellokitty go for the Tempest again? I don't think so. That's one of those things you probably only use once.
Probably. You know, we saw SOS do a vaguely similar strategy. Game 5 against Innovation from the WCS. Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
The global, the actual total finals.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. From WCS Global Finals, and it was kind of neat. But of course, he had to do Templar because Marines are going to slaughter Tempest unless you have that side storm. So it was a little bit different. It was Templar Tempest. Which looked pretty scary. I mean, Innovation did win, but it was a very interesting combination. I'm curious to see if we'll see more of that in the future. Hellokitty does a lot of creative builds.
Yeah.
Very creative player.
Fun to watch. Very fun to watch. Scouting with the probe here across the map. I want to see if his opponent is going for an early gas. And he's going to confirm. And he can kind of find out if it's Reaper Factory. If he stays in there long enough. Oh, he's going to scout react. And he's going to be forced to stay in there. He has no choice. You can politely ask Maker to lower the supply depot, but I don't think Maker would lower that supply depot.
Terran units don't like to take orders from probes.
No,
is one thing I've noticed.
Yeah,
they don't take kindly to the Protoss kind.
Unless it's 2v2 and you're on the same team.
Then sometimes, depending who your ally is. Some allies are like, no, not gonna happen.
Those games happen. Those games definitely do happen. So we can see a reactor having double Reaper, and I feel like based on what Hellokitty scouted, either he thinks, okay, this is double Reaper, or okay, this is proxy somewhere. But he should know it's double Reaper, and this is a good map for Reaper. Cloud Kingdom main base is surrounded by cliffs that are jumpable by Reapers.
Yes. And what's going to be very important is can the Reapers identify to build Hellokitty, because Hellokitty is teching extremely fast up to Twilight Council, and then this is probably going to be a one-base blink play, which is something he's very good at doing, one of his favorite builds.
And it's super good on this map, and he's identifying this double Reaper play. And like, if we're thinking about what Maker is investing into, Reapers, a command center, what you generally want against the Blink Stalker play is siege tanks, and every investment you take until that point, obviously is going to delay how long your siege tank's going to be, or win a mines, etc.
So here coming the Reapers into the Protoss plane. If he can identify the tech and the lack of expansion, that's going to be huge.
Hellokitty not in position. And he saw the Reapers from before, so he knew this was going to happen. Now the Reapers are going to back up. Oh, they are going to back up, so they're not going to sneak around. And he's losing one. He lost one.
Is he going to see no Expo? Is he going to poke in there and check? He is. Okay. No Nexus, that's a big tell.
Yeah.
Almost every Terran, see no Nexus, they're going to go straight to Marine Tank. Marine Tank is at best all-round defensive mixture of units. You're like, no matter what he throws at me, this can defend everything. And I think he knows exactly what's going on, going straight for Marine Tank, building a bunker onto high ground.
Yep.
He's probably going to rally most of the SCVs to the main. He's not going to try to defend the natural because it's so hard to defend 2 locations against Blink Stalkers because they can put their entire army in whichever location they want.
Yep.
And trying to split your army in half and defend 2 at once is very, very difficult. And it's unnecessary too. You don't need to hold the natural. You can just hold your main. You're going to be ahead because you have double SCV production, double mules, and of course you have the better tech with the siege tanks and progressing up to medevacs.
Hellokitty is very all in with this. Oh, quite obviously, right? He's on 1 base, no intentions of taking it a natural. Now there are some transitions you can do, but you know this much investment, you have to get damage done. And he's got a pylon very close to his opponent's side of the map.
Proceeder still in Roxbolt. I think he got close enough.
Yeah.
I think he did. It was hard to tell. Either way, he knows this is some heavy 1-base pressure.
So high ground vision is going to be represented by Mothership Core. And that's going to be very important to keep alive. First tank already down here for Maker.
You know, I feel like this bunker may be a bit too far out.
Close to the edge?
Yeah, it doesn't really need to be quite that far out. And also, one thing that could be weak about the bunker positioning, the Stalkers don't have to blink up from that angle. The Stalkers can go into the natural and then blink up to where the production facilities are.
Yeah.
And that bunker is not that close to the siege tank.
Tank getting a nice shot off on the Stalkers. Time Warp going down onto the Marines to prevent them from retreating, trying to blink back those weakened Stalkers. The tanks doing a lot of damage to those Stalkers.
Big tank hits there. I think he took out 1 or 2 Stalkers there. I think just one Stalker. Yeah, 1 Stalker, 3 probe kills so far in this game. Or 2 probe kills on a cancel pylon or something. But 1 Stalker is still 1 Stalker, and every Stalker is so important. When you're doing a build like this, it's important to note that you have less economy and less production. Yeah, that's great. He's going to use that, though. You gotta be careful.
Good idea getting the bike.
And he's realized, okay, my opponent, he's got a bunker on the high ground, he's got 2 tanks, he's going to have a 3rd pretty soon. I don't have enough Stalkers to just blink on top of the tanks without being massacred by the Marines. So I can't win the game with this.
Let's get a Dark Shrine.
Yep, exactly. Going for Dark Shrine, he's going to go ahead and expand as well. And if he can contain Maker for long enough, that's his goal. To try to contain him for as long as possible.
All right. Let's see what happens here. Hasn't really tried. I think it might be worth like sneaking a couple Stalkers on the left side of Maker's main and trying to blink and do some economic harassment. I think that'd be cool. Target down some SCVs. Uh-oh, he's thinking about doing something.
He's trying to see if he can poke it at depots. The tanks are inching forward closer and closer. Of course, once Maker feels he has enough tanks to take on the Stalkers, even in the more open area, he can go ahead and just push them on the edge of the cliff. Of course, early on, if you're on the edge, Stalkers can take him out, but at this point with 4 tanks, as Stalkers approach... Oh, God!
Time Warp going down, and a lot of Marines going to get taken out.
The tanks there are protecting their buddies.
Yep.
Now the DTs are coming in. Is Maker going to see this? Does he have a scan available? No scan!
The ramp... Oh, he does have a scan?
He's going to hold position.
Okay.
You should just raise the depot. Raise it, depot. Raise, depot. No. Oh. No, he lets him in!
Uh-oh.
Oh, no!
This could be...
All he had to do was raise the depot and he could have repaired it.
How far away is he from the scan? Okay, 41 in the main.
All the tanks are getting chopped to pieces.
A turret is on the way there, right next to that DT, and this orbital might fall.
Oh, no. Oh, no, the orbital did natural! What is Maker doing? This is one of the biggest collapses. Now, I mean, he's going to defend now, but he lost, I think, 2 tanks, which are key. He lost an orbital command. He's stuck on 1 base. Now, he's just going to build a Raven, and then he's going to counterattack.
Take down that Stalker. Or that tank.
Yeah,
don't want to lose too many Stalkers here. I'm trying to utilize that blink micro.
The thing is there's not enough siege tanks now. The idea is you get like 4 siege tanks.
Yeah, and he took down like 2 of them.
Yeah.
3 even.
And when there's only 1 or 2 siege tanks, you can blink Stalkers defensively against them. When there's 3 or 4, it's kind of like Immortals. The same idea. Once you have enough, they can't use blink micro because they all die too fast. But now he's at the point where he actually could use blink micro against him. And so Maker is going to be stuck on 1 base for a very long time, and this is just... I mean, he was so far ahead. The Blink Stalker tech did nothing. He saw the DTs, right?
Yeah.
And he just didn't raise the depot, so they got into main and just so much damage.
I mean, it's almost a situation. If you raise the depot, you got to be careful not to lower it again.
It is. Sometimes when I put Terran, I spam the key. I'm so wanting to raise it. I actually hit it twice.
Yeah.
It just does a quick little push-up.
Yes.
And walk in, and you feel like such an idiot.
You're like, well, that was...
Oh, Mothership Core is going to go down.
Raven might fall.
Oh, no.
That's good pick off. That means, again, Maker...
And that's not a unit he can replace. Though Hellokitty got a little sloppy there. Lost some Stalkers. But he can afford to. I mean, he's on 2 base. It's
a very interesting game. Very close game.
It is
very
it's-
back and forth game here.
You know, the one thing Hellokitty has, or Maker, excuse me, he's playing with the name Maker, has going for him very well.
Yeah.
Is that he has a lot of SCVs, because while he lost at Orbital, he hasn't really lost. He's lost almost no SCVs throughout these engagements in his defense. So he still has a very good worker count. And actually, with all those stalkers being dead, I think Maker, has he crawled back into the lead?
I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. 89 to 76 supply advantage.
Yeah, I mean he's ahead in supply.
However, Storm is about halfway down.
Yeah, the tech is definitely favoring Hellokitty right now. I mean, just imagine if you didn't lose the second orbital, though, how big that would have been. That was definitely a pretty severe mistake to run that.
Oh, Scan just missing the Templar archives there.
Well,
he sees the Templar.
He sees high Templar, so that's good.
That's good for sure.
But
Okay.
the question is, I don't think he can hit a Tanya before Storm. Is he going to try to? He has no stim, no combat shield. He's going to try to cross the map here, but...
Did he just start? He just started stem.
Yeah. He just had he had a reactor barracks earlier, and then with losing the expansion and everything, I think...
Yeah, I don't think a timing exists here. Without stem.
He has a lot of units.
Yes.
But the Blink Stalkers can pick him apart, right?
Unless Hellokitty thinks he has stem.
He might, right? Like, it's a 50-minute mark. What Terran doesn't have stem?
Exactly.
So yeah, and Hellokitty is giving that respect. But there is Storm. And without stem, how is he supposed to micro-get Storm?
I don't have an answer to that.
Let's
Axlav.
see. This is going to be... He's scanning. He sees a Templar.
Here comes the High Templar. There's a Storm out of the Marines. Trying to split them up.
Yeah.
No medevacs here either.
I mean, just the damage that one Storm did, even though he backed away, is just so much without the medevacs.
All right, Hellokitty gonna go for it. Another Storm going down, trying to target down those tanks. Time Warp going down. And goodbye, Terran Army.
I mean, basic Terran units versus Blink Stalkers and Storm.
Yeah.
So Maker had a significant food advantage. Now it's all down the drain. Flushed it away. Now this is just a crazy game. It's gone so back and forth.
Yeah.
I can't tell what these guys are thinking at the time.
It's a good way to describe this game, Nicholas.
There's no missile turret in the natural.
No, the 3DTs.
Oh,
There's
no.
a scan though, right?
No.
Okay.
I don't think there's
an
a
orbital
scan.
about to finish there at the high ground.
Oh, you're right. So there is the scan
There's
now.
going to be a scan available.
The
There's
DT
the
is back
bunker
away.
going to be hastily placed down.
There's still no stim pack for the next few seconds. I think he'll finish in time, though. No, the Archons are coming in. Still no stim. Is he going to engage before stim? He's going to pick away. The bunkers provide a wall.
Yes.
And the SCVs are providing a secondary wall. There's so few.
There's no High Templars.
There's so few units here,
Archons.
though. Yeah, if he had Storm here, imagine how good that would be. It's
Oh.
kind of interesting he made it all.
Really good. There's a Time Warp trying to slow those units down. Stim, thankfully, is done. Medevacs overhead
There's no...
trying to heal.
This
should be it.
Maybe. No, the Marines are taking the Archons in the front. He's going to be focused down.
Hellokitty overextending a little bit, maybe.
Maybe. No, Zealots are in the front. There's not really a starter step going on, but does Maker need it? No, only Stalkers left. They have to blink away. He holds on.
Here comes DTs.
But
there's a turret there.
He did lose a ton of SCVs. He held that because his SCVs tanked all the initial Archon damage. So he
Down
could
to
keep
29
his-
harvesters.
Yeah.
He's lost to
He
27.
does have triple mules, though. And the Protoss is only on 2 bases. So
Good point.
upgrades,
base just
though.
added on.
How are upgrades going for these players?
1-1 for the Terran. We have 1 armor for the Protoss with +2 armor
Okay.
in progress.
Oh, these poor stem pilot are walking through DTs.
High Templars don't have enough energy. And there's the GG, and Hellokitty takes the 2-0 in a very close game, very back and
That
forth.
was, I have to rewatch that again to try to figure out what was going on in that game.
You're gonna rewatch that one again, Nick? Is that what you're gonna do? I'm not gonna rewatch that one.
This is the funniest attack ever. No stim, no combat shield. The poor bio units are like, what do we do? And just the storms kill everything. Like, I mean, the Protoss units just don't die because there's no damage output, right? There's no upgrades.
Are you gonna do a rules of engagement on that game, Nick?
I might.
I might watch that. So, Maker's going to be out at WCS America, and Hellokitty will advance on to the next match, the last match of the night. It's going to be Hellokitty versus Neeb. That was an interesting match.
That was, watching that series.
Yeah.
Neeb, really, he was.
Maker.
No, I was talking about Neeb versus Tasia. I was going to
Okay.
say, Neeb played so well against Tasia
He
game
did.
2. He was winning, just missed the air transition. I think Neeb's in a great position, but Hellokitty's got some crazy builds, man.
He does.
That Mass Tempest play, Can Neeb deal with it better than Maker did?
That's a great question. We're going to find out, guys. Neeb versus Hellokitty is going to be your last match of the night. The winner gets into WCS Premier League Season 2. The loser will be into the Challenge League. Stay tuned.